You're not good enough. You're not good enough. You're a terrible person.
Hey now, have you been watching the Olympics? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that this topic that we're going to be talking about plays right into so many things that have come up during the Olympics. I'm BJ Flagg.
And I'm Rich G. And last night I watched women's canoe racing in the Olympics, and it was incredible. These people could kick my butt. So
that's for sure.
And this is episode 203. Are you letting your inner critic sabotage you?
The answer is yes. And now we'll go to resources.
Yes, I think it affects all of us, but it's a great topic. This is a great topic. I deal with it with all of my clients.
Oh, we both do. I think, many of them tend to sabotage their incredible success, which is just right there.
I know, and they don't want to do it, but they listen frequently to that voice inside that that sabotages them their success.
Yeah, and we're bringing up, yes, they're tips, but they're also just a way to kind of self-diagnose yourself and understand and kind of get in there and deal with some of these triggers that can be killers.
Yep. So tip number one is, do you find yourself self-rejecting often? Okay, most of the time, what really holds us back in our heads is what's really holding us back. We all have a small Stephen King writing horror stories that tell us we're going to fail, so we self-reject.
Exactly. And, and don't think that you can, maybe one of the things would be, you don't think that you can expand your business into more lucrative areas. Do it anyway. Just go do it anyway.
Yeah. Don't think you could reach out to that CEO to get their attention. Call them anyway.
Exactly. And, if you don't think that you can charge significantly more for your services, raise your prices. Oh my goodness. These are some of the very common ones that people will, react to and be affected by.
Yeah. Self-rejection is endemic in any person that runs a business because we're afraid of failure. We're afraid to fail. We're afraid to. So what do? Nothing. It holds us back, and it actually becomes endemic. We start doing it more and more often, and we stop taking chances. And in business, BJ, you and I know you have to take chances.
Yeah. And, risk reward, that's just a big deal about it. So anyway, good things to be looking out for. Tip number 2, how is it affecting your business? Now, we know that it affects our personal life so much, but how does it affect your business? Do you notice that you're not going after business because it's, quote, too hard to get? You got to quell that. You got to get that under control, because that can be so self-defeating as far as expanding.
Yeah. Yeah. We get a big win only to lag on the customer service or delivery of services. That's the other thing. We're afraid to take the next step because it maybe takes us out of our comfort zone. And so what do? We shut down. We, like a turtle, we pull back into the shell.
Yeah. And, a lot of times people, if you're not like a natural salesperson, you might be be so self-defeated when you lose one sale and you project that to all sales. No, it doesn't have to be that way. You can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get out there and do it again. More seasoned professionals know that that's what you have to do. A lot of times when you're first starting out, it does get defeating, but no, you can do it. It's so in your control.
A good friend of ours, Margot Meeker, who is a therapist, told me many years ago, when you hit a rough patch or you lose a major client or something, go have your pity party. Go buy balloons, get the cake, have your party for like a day, and then get back to work.
How much do we love Margot Meeker?
Yeah, we love Margot. Because we also need to remember that we are in control of the business to a point. We
Yeah.
need to use all the experiences we have to forge ahead and make great decisions for our business. So don't be afraid.
Yeah, exactly.
So, tip 3 is, how do you stop self rejecting and quell that inner critic? First, most people move from thoughts into feelings into taking action. That's the normal thing. We think about something, we think about it a lot, it inhabits our feelings, and then ultimately we take action. Okay.
It could come up with like, I'm losing clients, so I'll, kind of navel gaze for a couple of months and never take action. That's like the worst.
Yeah. And so what we want you to do is turn that paradigm, I hate that word, but it's true, around. So go about it in another way. Take action, which will then impact your feelings and then influence your thinking. It's doing it the opposite way. See, just dive right into action, do something. Like, I'm losing clients, so I'll reach out to 10 new prospects and present my business.
Right. And you know what? You might fail on a few, but I promise you, you will close on a few too, which is really where you want to be. You're kind of like, yes, at first you feel like you're exaggerating, to make the leap. No, after a while, you're going to really get into the hang of it. Our tip number 4 is all about how to understand and vanquish those triggers.
Vanquish.
Vanquish. I have so many people who will ask me, well, how do you get around that? And easy methods. You kind of have to throw yourself into it. This has been happening long enough, and you can recognize the triggers. I don't know about you, Rich, but I can actually, I have a kind of a collection of triggers that I know that pop up, and I really always want to act as quick as I possibly can to kind of respond to that inner self.
You have them in a vase on your desk. They're like
I do.
flowers.
I
Here's
do.
one
Yes.
trigger. Here's another trigger. But again, this is something you can control. The only thing is, you need to get aggressive with sensing it and stamping it out as soon as you can.
Yeah. And people use all different types of ways of dealing with this. Some people journal. Some people will say, hey, this happened today, write the trigger, and then write all the ways you can get around it, write all the incredible resources that you can tap and use to get yourself onto the other side. And you'll totally thank yourself. It's like the best thing to do.
Yeah, or have an accountability partner, somebody that will push you and say, Rich, you haven't been doing this. You need to get this done. When will you get this done? How about Monday? Okay.
Right.
And having that accountability partner pushes you.
Oh, for sure. In AA, they have an acronym that they use called HALT: hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. These are all of the type of these are all triggers that you can do something about. The power that you feel when you conquer a trigger is like no other. So all we can tell you is just go for it.
Yeah,
You
take action.
take action. Absolutely. We have a great resource today. This is a book that Rich loves.
Yeah.
It's 21 lessons for the 21st century.
Yeah, by Yuval Noah Harari. And I just finished it. It is such a great book.
Oh,
As technology advances faster than our understanding of it, what happens is Harari addresses the challenge of navigating your life and business in the face of constant and disoriented change. And
yeah.
see, the reason why we picked this book is a large part of our self rejection is we're afraid to change. And this book really shows you, no, things are changing around you, but here are the ways to deal with it.
Yeah, and it's a lot of it is just trusting back on yourself, and how can I retain freedom of choice when big data is watching us? A lot of people are very intimidated by technology and how fast it's moving. um
Big
you
data.
know go go back and understand how incredible You used to love technology and all the different things it's doing, so it's a great book. I kind of love how he gets in there about the future workforce and what it's going to look like. Super cool.
And that's it.
I have a great sponsor this week. It's the Rich G Group. Are you your own worst enemy sometimes? Do you self-reject? Okay, you probably saw this coming, right? You have grand designs or plans on your business, and for some reason, they don't materialize. You want to grow or work with different clients, but it never happens. You need to chat with Rich G. One complimentary session will show you that Rich is the real deal. He's helped hundreds of entrepreneurs and business people grow and excel faster than they ever thought. Go to richg.com to grab a free session with Rich to see how he can help you stop self-rejecting.
And our other sponsor is BJ Flag at New Renew. If you need someone to look at your brand and give it a refresh, you need to call newrenew.com. They have the outside the bubble perspective to understand what you want and what your customers are really looking for. So if you want qualified professionals to brand or even rebrand your business, reach out to BJ today. That's NURENU.com. Thank you to our producer, editor, and king of creative, Richard Scalzo, the man who makes everything happen with our podcast, bringing you the best small business podcast every Tuesday with over 200 podcasts, and we've never missed a week. Have an unbelievable 2021.
Catch you later.